Hey guys, Crucified Robin Hood here again. Fucking camera's stuck on wide angle again. I had it back in different modes for a minute, but it's being a dick. Anyway, this video is totally unrelated to any of the recent videos I put out. I don't know how many of you are aware of this, but I have Lyme disease, had Lyme disease, suffered with Lyme disease for many fucking years. And it's really been a bitch. But there's some people in the mudroom that took an interest and kind of made it their business to fucking to help me out with my health. And a good friend of mine sent me some pretty simple stuff. This is sodium chlorite solution. Not sure how you can best see that because it's on wide angle and it's a round bottle and you're probably ready to barf. So anyway, and here's some 50% citric acid activator, right? And I'm going to show you how this works. I started out taking 1 drop of this shit, and putting it in a cup like this, and then adding 1 drop of the activator. Okay, now I'm doing 8 drops. I'm doing 8 drops about 6 times a day. All right. I was up to 15 drops, and I found that was just a little bit too much for me. And there are reasons for that I'll get into maybe in a different video if there's enough interest in this one. But the point that I'm trying to make here is that I've walked with a cane for about a decade, and I don't know if you can tell, but I don't need a cane right now. I haven't used a cane for about a month now since I started taking this stuff, and really, it was literally like 3 days after I started taking this stuff that the pain and inflammation and shit that generally kept me from walking normally just sort of went way down and became much more tolerable. Yeah, and I've noticed a lot more range of motion in my joints, in my worst joints, and the joints that are just completely fucked. Not the ones that have been replaced, the ones that are completely fucked. I've noticed a lot more range of motion, and something I wasn't expecting was, you probably can't see it, but I got this gnarly bitch of a scar all the way across the top of my head, and that's probably for another story too, but this gnarly fucking cut across my head, and it was laid open, there was fucking bone showing, it was pretty grody, but it got stapled back together and healed, but I really had no sensation on the entire right side of my face down to about my jawline, and that's where the nerves from the neck come up. And anyway, and I have feeling in my scalp now. Places that were nerve dead are now responsive, and it was pretty bitchin' the way I figured that out when I realized that my feeling was returning in this part of my scalp, in this part of my head. It was just cute as fuck the way it happened, but we'll get into that later maybe. Anyway, so I mixed this shit up, right? I mixed the sodium chlorite, right? Sodium chlorite with the citric acid activator, and it undergoes a chemical change, right? That we can see represented in the color. Right, it goes from 2 clearless liquids to a yellowish brown liquid, sort of like dark urine, right? Everything seems to look a little bit like urine in my life, but I digress. So what I've been doing is I mix up my droppages, and my tap water's tap water, so it's not to be trusted. It's completely hinky. So I use this California spring water. It's it ain't Kool-Aid. I mean, you know you're taking some fucking medicine when you take that shit. But I kind of I try to hold it in my mouth for a minute and just let it do its thing inside here. On account of I got a really fucked up mouth. So anyway, you've seen pretty much all you need to see to do your own research on this stuff, and yeah, I'm flat out advocating it, because this shit has really been like a miracle for me. You know, those of you that really know me or know me a little better, I was in a pretty fucking bad way, and I just needed a big time change in my life, and this is a big part of it. So yeah, I just wanted to share that and say woo, and just kind of, you know, I mean, I'm not fucking around. I don't know. I mean, there's no limp here, right? I can fucking strut. I haven't been able to do that for a long time, and I have my internet friends to thank for that. So treat people nicely, and if you're sick, research this stuff. All right. Google sodium chlorite. Later. Later.